YouTube. This is Miami Mike 247 back again for my second YouTube video. I'm not sure you can tell, but I just woke up. For those on the East Coast, it is 7 a.m. in the morning, and here on the Pacific Coast. First of all, I want to give blessings and just thoughts of encouragement to all of our friends, family, and fellow native Floridians, everybody in Florida right now who are preparing for this Hurricane Irma. To the folks who have been through this before, as you guys know, there's really only a couple of things that you have to worry about. You gotta prepare, you gotta stock up, and then you gotta hunker down and ride this thing out. Most of you guys don't know this, but I was born and raised in Miami, in an area called Carroll City, and I went through every single hurricane all the way up to past, I think it was Katrina. Yeah, I rode my bicycle through Katrina in the streets of Miami while it was passing through. I slept through Hurricane Andrew. My dad and I, we did a lot of preparation. My whole family we were preparing. We boarded up the windows. We stocked up on water. We put water in the bathtub. We did everything. And I remember, and even though I was a kid, a young kid, when it was finally turning dark and starting to come in, I told my brother, I said, hey, I'm gonna go take a quick nap. I'm exhausted. Wake me up when it gets started. And he said he would, not a problem. My dad did the same thing. He went and laid down. The next thing I know, my brother is shaking me to wake up, and I open my eyes and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I'm realizing that I can see his face because sunlight is coming through the boards. And I realized then and there that I slept through the worst natural disaster at that time to ever affect the contiguous 50 states. Andrew was the worst, and I slept through it. So when I say this, not to diminish the power of these storms, because Andrew went straight through the Homestead Kendall area, and it wiped it out. But if you prepare, if you plan, if you stock up, and all you can do from then is hunker down. And we hunkered down, and like I said, Andrew gave us its worst, and I, as a young kid, slept through it, and so did my dad. Now, my brother and my mom were awake the whole time. They said they saw, dogs fly by, and they saw a car driving down the street with no one in it. Like, I saw a couple of YouTube videos of the garbage cans being pushed down the street in Houston. Cars were being pushed down the street like that. But like I say, in that same response, if you prepare, if you stock up, and if you hunker down and ride it out, you'll see it. Like I say, unlike out here in California where we have earthquakes, I remember my first earthquake, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But there in Florida, you get 2 weeks to prepare. That's like someone coming to you and telling you, hey, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to come rob you. I'm going to come break into your house. Get ready. You got 2 whole weeks to get all your affairs in order. You got your water, you got your generator, you got your boards, you got everything. You got your shutters up. If you don't have shutters, you can get somebody to come out there and install shutters for you in 2 weeks' time. You get 2 weeks of preparation, and then the storm hits. So take it from me, I've lived on both coasts. I've lived in California now. When I had my first earthquake, I was just getting up, just like this, walking to my sliding door to get ready for the day, slid the door back, went to reach for my clothes, and the door started moving. It freaked me out. I didn't know what that was. My wife, who was a California native, she goes, it's an earthquake. I go running outside the house, it's an earthquake, it's an earthquake. And everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy because it was new to me. So too with hurricanes. Hurricanes can be new to some folks. If it is, understand, those who prepare, those who stock up, and those who hunker down and ride it out, it's just another day in the office for them. So that's my 2 cents on that. But again, sending out good vibrations and blessings to all of Florida, all of the Caribbean, all the brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, everybody on the Eastern Seaboard right now. Like I say, prepare, stock up, hunker down, and ride it out. But that's not what I came on for the video today. I came on to the video because like I said, I want this channel to be an opportunity for me to reach out with questions that I have about journeys that I want to go forward in and want to take and want to go through. So the first question that I've been wanting to ask is in the way of, now I'm blanking out, I forgot my questions. I'm seeing now I'm going to have to write these things down. So the first question that I want to ask is in the way of van dwelling. Question for you guys. What would you say to the concept of van dwelling in relationship to the shower portion? I've noticed that some folks have the shower that's actually outside. They hook up the PVC pipes on the top of the van and they put water in there, and the sun does the rest. The sun heats the water, and then they have like a little shower compartment on the outside. Rob on the road, I really liked your indoor shower. I've seen other concepts like that, but I want to know what's the best. What do you guys look for? What determines it? Where do you go from? Things like that. Also want some ideas from you guys in the way of, like I said, shower compartments in vans. But I also would like to have you guys to discuss to me ideas as far as, I guess I want to say here, storage and things of that nature. What do you guys do for storing of your things while you're, van dwelling? Where do you rely on storage facilities? What are some of those things that you guys look for on that? Man, yeah, I had a whole mess of questions, and now the camera and looking at myself or like turning my mind to a blank. I had so many questions that I had to get up and talk to you guys, but yeah, I'm drawing a blank right now. I will come back with more questions. Another question that I have is, are there any resources as far as places that you can go to find plans? A lot of the times I see videos here and I see what the guys have done. I am not constructionally inclined. So if there are places that you can go to get blueprint plans, or you can meet folks that do building and build such certain features, that's great. Things of that nature. Also, hey, this is a question I have that's coming back to me. The more I talk and I work it out, I'm getting the questions. So as I said, I purchased a 1995 Chevy Astro van. My best friend back in Florida went out and orchestrated the purchase for me. It's a great van, but I want to know what the dimensions are on the 2 driver's side windows. Now, my van is a cargo van. I'm going to convert it into a camper van. So there are no windows other than the 2 front windows on the 2 driver's doors. I want to know what the dimensions are for that window, those 2 windows, because the idea that I have in the evenings and stealthing is going to be, because those are the only 2 windows and I do want to stealth this thing out, I'm going to keep those windows down at night, and I'm going to install on the interior of the door. So let's say this is the door on the passenger side. If the window is down, what I'm going to install on the inside of the door are 2 or 3 on all the edges of the door, I guess I want to say flanges or receiver pockets, like a little piece of metal, sheet metal, or some little groove of metal that I put that has an opening groove behind it. That way I'm going to get metal, sheet metal, perforated sheet metal that has holes throughout the entirety of the sheet metal, so that I can then take that piece of sheet metal that I'll have cut to the shape of the window frame and then slide that in behind those flanges, so that it slides in right here, so that, and then ultimately have screws where I can screw that on, or other fasteners to fasten it in place, so that during the night while I'm sleeping in the back, I can have the windows down, letting that cool, fresh air come in through the windows. But if anyone comes up, I'm behind those metal perforated sheet metal screw positions. I'm going to apply screen. I'm looking for screen that is not really see-through. I've gone online, I saw a couple options. I can't remember the technical name of it, but in my layman's verbiage, I'm just calling it see out but not see in screen material. And then I'm going to apply that to the sheet metal, the perforated sheet metal inserts, so that when someone's walking by the van, they won't even really recognize that the windows are down. And if they do, and they're like, oh, hey, let's go, they hit sheet metal, perforated sheet metal, so that the bugs can't get in, possible bad guys can't get in, and I can still be in the back getting that fresh air in, going up through the van cavity to the fan bay. I've heard about the Fantastic Fan, but I know that it needs power to do it. I've heard it's only 12 volts. I'm pretty sure I have a cigarette lighter that can connect that to, or a jump box. I've also been looking at jump boxes. Actually, man, that's one of the things I wanted to ask you guys of the particular jump boxes. If you guys can, as a quick sidebar, in the comments below, please list out your favorite brand of jump box. Now, what I mean is one of those jumper cable boxes that I can take with me into my job and hook up to the electric socket under my desk while I'm at work, charge it all day, unplug it when I'm leaving, take it back to the van, put it inside the van, and use that as an electric source for all of my electrical needs while I'm in the van at night sleeping. So if you guys know if you have your favorite jumper box that you use, please post it in the comments below. I appreciate it. That's one of the questions I have. Back to what we were saying. So yeah, I'm in the back of the van, there underneath either a Fantastic Fan, which is only 12 volts, or if you guys tell me of an alternative like the one I found, I can't remember the company's name again, which this is just showing me I need to take notes. But if you guys have one, a solar powered or a battery powered fan, a roof fan, then I'm there, and all that cool fresh air is coming in through the windows and being sucked back out, pushing out the bad air through the roof fan. So I'm just wondering what you guys think about that concept. I haven't seen it done. I'm probably gonna be the first to do it unless somebody else knows, or anybody has other ideas like that, let me know. And that's that. Looking forward to this journey, looking forward to the comments. Thanks again. I promise next time I do a video, I'll have my notes, I'll have discussion topics for discussion, things like that. Again, wishing the folks in Houston the best, wishing the Caribbean and Florida and the whole Eastern Seaboard the best. Heart strong to you guys. All of the guys who have inspired me, thank you. I will bring your names so that you guys can get the credit, and I'm also going to go to each one of your pages and put a link to this video, not for self-benefit, but just to show support to you, showing you thanks, and that your message is actually getting out there. One of the things Bob from RV Dwelling, I think it was, but I will have your exact tag name again, said that inspired me last night was, this life is only about the benefit and the impact that you have on others. I want to make sure the folks that impact me get the credit for it and show it. So I will shout out to you guys in my future videos, and I will give you the credit that's due, and we'll go forward from there. This is a new journey for me. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes, so I know a lot of folks are going to be like, what the hell is this guy doing? I'm going to try my best. I'm going to grow. If you guys have any suggestions, things of that nature, please let me know, and I will try my best to fix it as we go. But I'm here. I'm glad to be here, and it's going to be a good thing. So, again, this is Miami Mike 24/7, as I always have been and I always will be. Look forward to seeing what you guys have to say in the comments below, and thanks again, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.